Hi everyone and welcome back to Macaroon. I promise the next video will have something different to clay cracking, but I really love this trend right now and I filmed so many DIYs at the same time. This one was inspired by gold leaf slime, which I always thought looked so visually pleasing. I wondered whether this could also work for clay cracking, so that's what we're going to test out right now. As usual, I'm going to be using hearty soft clay. I really like the silky texture, which almost reminds me of frosting. I'm going to start out by making a ball and flattening it slightly. Then I'm pinching in 5 corners like this to create a very easy star shape. Try to keep the corners slightly puffy, which looks more kawaii, similar to those origami paper stars. Now I'm going to use different types of metallic leaf, including this rose gold one, which looks amazing. Paper clay is naturally sticky, so you only need to use water instead of glue for this. Brush the clay with water and carefully place the gold leaf on top. It helps to use a brush for this because some types of gold leaf are so fragile that they'll stick to your fingers and break apart. Push the gold leaf under the clay and carefully remove any excess. This process was so satisfying that I decided to make a second star. Now I'm going to make a moon shape and cover this with yellow gold leaf. This time I'm simply going to dip the whole piece into water, which goes much faster. When buying gold leaf for crafting, be sure to check the size first. Many online shops actually sell tiny sheets, but you can't tell that based on the picture. The one I'm using here is actually a pretty good size for imitation gold leaf. Next, I'm placing the pieces onto a plastic surface and I'm going to start covering them with clear nail polish. I started out using the brush, but quickly realized that it's much easier to just pour the polish all over and then spread it out a bit. However, even using this method, you need to repeat it 2 or 3 times before getting the ideal clay cracking thickness. One thing I noticed is that the gold color is actually coming off on the brush. Most types of cheaper gold leaf aren't actually real gold, but a brass alloy made from copper and zinc. Pigment is then added to make it look like yellow or rose gold, and in this case, the solvent in the nail polish has dissolved the color. Only edible gold leaf is actually made from 24-karat pure gold. However, this obviously costs a lot more, so it's a bit too expensive to use for crafting. I left these to dry overnight, and I was a bit disappointed to see that some of the areas had discolored by the next day. This proves that the gold leaf I used did contain copper, because that oxidizes into a dark green or brown color. However, the nail polish layer feels very good on this, and I think it should crack well. The gold leaf adds an extra layer of metallic crunch, which is incredibly satisfying. I'm not sure my microphone picked it up that well, but if you're doing this in real life, you'll hear the clay pop, followed by a crinkling noise. So this is a pretty fun variation of clay cracking if you want to try something different. Though bear in mind, the gold leaf will most likely oxidize, which spoils the aesthetics a bit. If you want to have a perfectly shiny piece, then you'll have to get edible gold leaf from a reputable brand. I hope this DIY was interesting, and be sure to follow me on Instagram under my username Macaroon. I'm Joanna, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!